For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. Well, what if I told you there's a way to make the impossible possible? Not the right term I'd go for, but for everybody else's minds, sure. Naturally, if one person would be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit. The payoff for working together, the reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. Mondo. Just a part of Alter Ego's recreation, but felt like I should mention it as it was crucial to the story and gave Kiyotaka the push he needed to give himself more hope. Sakura didn't really do anything off memory besides the end where it shows her fighting off Monokuma. Well, whatever else we do today, first we should eat. We can't do anything on an empty stomach. I believe you, no matter what anyone else might say. I will believe whatever you say, no matter what. She says and gains Aoi's trust from this point. Whatever you subject us to, we will not break. She says in two different meanings, as she's saying it to the people who's willing to escape and kill people, and referring to herself because she was forced to kill someone else because she's an accomplice. She's right. You can't simply purchase a person's life. There's a few characters from the game that might disagree with you on their own record. Just stop. Pressing others about their personal finances is ugly. Waking up for a breakfast meeting, of course. But getting up a little early is better. You can exercise in your room till nighttime ends. A big meal after working up a sweat is divine. Kyoko's right. If anyone dares disturb our peace any further, they'll have to deal with me, quite literally. If you lay a finger on Hina, I will show you no mercy. I think she's just making excuses to kill people now. Our opponent is very dangerous. We don't know what they're capable of. Even here. Byakuya, if something happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you. As if he'd ever touch her, quite literally, Toko would die of physical intimacy just by giving him a handshake, which is a hilarious sentence I came up with. Go me. I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it. I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check. I made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you. She says to Monokuma to fight back. Toko and Genocide Jack. Always with the funniest quotes and random timing, but mostly this chapter she's been seen to be with Byakuya, who also has been really doing nothing.
Why does everyone keep making fun of me? I hope you all win the lottery and get hit by a bus.
Thanks?
How rude. A maggot like you has no right to speak that way to heaven-sent master. God, this place is just amazing! Finally, a place I could just be my murderous self, which is why I decided to stop holding back and spread my wings. No more hiding in a cave for me. Plus, I have another battle to fight. The whole killer with a split personality thing is so overdone. I gotta destroy that stereotype. I'll fight all day and all night to murder those total slanderous cliches.
Funny enough, this is the first time I've ever heard of the cliches before I watched Moon Knight and other cliches about, or even heard about, DID.
Come on, you gotta back me up here. Even the biggest stars need the little people to hold them up. Gah! This place is...
I mean, at least she's thinking highly of herself.
This place is so relaxing, so calming. The smell of formaldehyde is almost unbearable. It's so tempting. I want to just dunk myself right in. Geez, your knuckles are huge. What the heck? Did you convince them to double up on milk production?
Is this the first time she actually notices Aoi? Also very blunt.
Having lost his new brother, Taka is ripe for the taking. So Makoto swoops in to steal him away. Am I on fire? Yeah!
What did I say about Toko having the best lines?
Good heavens! My love is being pushed to the limits! Yeah! Look at your melons! They're seriously gargantuan! Did you dunk him in milk every night or something?
Second time talking about Aoi's breasts. That's extremely blunt, but I love it because it's Toko. No, not even Toko. It's Genocide Jack.
You don't have to play hard to get, Master. You can just play hard.
Blunt is the best form of comedy.
His black underwear is the black of the pitch black darkness of the blackest night.
Of course, you would notice the color like how Mondo knew the color of Chihiro's jet.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
Fair.
A few dishes is all I need to keep my glasses clean. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
Yasuhiro gets blamed for Hifumi's death by getting put into a suit and getting things put into his room without his knowledge. Quotes. It's time like this where the committee chairman needs to get things going with a bang. Okay, well, anyway, since talk is like catonic, as the oldest one here, I'm officially stepping up to take the lead. So we're all gonna work together and spend the rest of the day searching the school. Glad to see someone taking charge. Stay focused, man. Don't let Monokuma's bullcrap sidetrack you. Good sense of motivation, too. It's okay. I mean, anyone can make a mistake like that. As a matter of fact, one time I thought I spotted a gray alien, but it turned out to be a tadpole. So much motivation this time around in this chapter. I believe I like Yasuhiro more and more. Don't be mean. I was just trying to make you feel better. What if I get all depressed forever now? People besides me wouldn't care. It's a ghost. Buddha and sweet baby Jesus, save me. Doesn't believe in no occult. No occult. Be careful, don't get us caught. If Ogre finds us, we'll be meeting up with Hades in no time. I think Yasuhiro has been the only one that has been consistently mean to Sakura for no reason. You can say 10 million or however much. I don't give a crap. For serious. This is different in his free time. Okay. Let everyone just head up back to our rooms. And don't think about the whole money thing. Got it? Good. Then let's break. How is that? Pretty good, right, Taka? I happened to do a psychic reading of a certain famous CEO once. That guy was seriously head over heels for a mannequin. He had a wedding and everything. And your eyes just now. Saw the same look in his eyes. I think he's talking about Hifumi. They're rivals in love. What are you gonna do? Up till now, you haven't given a crap about anything, and now you're all concerned? I don't buy it. You know what, Yasuhiro, during the game is also very self-aware, and I appreciate that. Well, I was always taught that if you had bad penmanship, a ghost would come and haunt you. Again, him saying he doesn't trust the occult, but also this shows his proof is his penmanship. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Yo-ho! They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. Feet, don't fail me now. Why? Why are they making us do such cruel things to each other? Well, what do I care about hope? I'll throw in the trash if you let me out of here. Shows how much trust he puts into the whole meaning of the game. Chapter 4. All-Star Apologies. Pretty good chapter, besides one character being extremely emotional. But the funny thing is, another person being emotional is what makes this chapter so good. Sakura dies by killing herself because she got found out she was a spy, and people are fighting over her. Aoi reads the letter Monokuma wrote, thinking that Sakura wrote it for her suicide note. Good chapter, except for something one character does. Also, Alter Ego gets executed to show Monokuma found out about him. Monokuma announced Sakura as a mole to everyone because she distrusted her. Sakura committed suicide as Monokuma writes a suicide note for Sakura to make Aoi think everyone killed her, and revealed that the mastermind did something to the students before the chapter ended. A forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on! If there was such a thing as the Noble Truth Prize, I'd take first, second, and fourth place. Out-of-pocket Monokuma quote. I absolutely love. Oh, Makoto, you're so eager to split things in half, aren't you? But it's no use. It's just no use. If you try to split something that can't be split, you'll end up feeling like you're the one being split. calling Makoto dumb in such long, nefarious senses. Knocking down your headmaster's door? What kind of war on education are you trying to start here? You seriously don't want to piss me off. You have no idea how much bacteria lives on a single bear claw. The writers are definitely geniuses. Etch this on the walls of your brain, okay? When you do something to me, I do it right back. An eye for an eye. A fang for a fang. This is why I love Monokuma, period. And even fan games don't really have the best Monokumas as much as Spike does. Yes, we're on first name term basis. As long as you're human, there will always become a point where you wish you could do something different. Even a baseball player in the major leagues, even a soccer player through Europe, even a famous singer started a career as a backup dancer at a sketch comedy show. She makes a brilliant debut, but instead of going for more, she marries some third-rate actor and retires. Every human has regrets, and things they'd like to go back and change. But I don't, 'cause I'm a bear! Talks about what's coming next. Also is a good joke because he could bear with it. Sakura came to the most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that! It saved me the trouble having to go through our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would be no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. The truth speaks matters of words. Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? To be fair, it just sounds like you're questioning them instead of being negative, but hey, what do I know? And I put an emoticon for that. I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The class played out between you and you alone. You're the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut. And isn't that just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of the story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies. The truth says all, but even in Monokuma's despair-defying state, suicide is something you can never take back. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. To be fair, if you haven't shown the letter that you replaced, there would have been no purpose. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. By this point, not anymore. Huh? You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Funny because alter ego gets turned into a ball. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that even low can go lower. Isn't even listening to anybody else. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad that you don't even freaking know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back on you for all hardening your resolve. I think doing what you did made Aoi have more hope than anything, but whatever. Makoto saw that Sakura was a mole, decided not to tell anybody, then figured out Sakura died, and fought against Aoi to stand for the truth. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future. Something that actually has a main point storyline instead of hope is the future Makoto speaks of. It actually helped me get a job. That goes for me too. Of course, I could never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united. To be fair, it has. We were untied for the time being, but within that bond hid weakness and fragility. Sakura. That's all I can say. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. No, this time I have to find it. The truth, not a clue. Even an ultimate can destroy his plate, unless they had an ultimate superhero powers. Leon, Chihiro, Toko. You're right that there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend and you don't have evidence for it. Okay, time. Stop right here. This is the exact reason I hate Kyoko this chapter. Because you really have no other choice but to do so. Which is the dumbest thing to get mad about, as Kyoko would do the exact same thing before and after this chapter. Here's the thing. I love this chapter. It's Kyoko. Kyoko messes up this chapter so much just because, she shows how, this is just to show how emotional she can get, but they show all the wrong types of emotion for this. It's just blaming. Kyoko straight up went to blaming him for, no reason. And it feels really off character for her. I haven't found conclusive evidence yet. If I talk about it now, it could just make things that much worse. They're smiling the way you'd expect any normal teenager to smile. Just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. I can't possibly believe they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. Talks about alter ego, which fair. Chihiro has a great smile. That's it. A simple phrase that held so much meaning. But what's the difference between us and that program? Really? I started thinking about how you could differentiate a person and an AI. Alter ego is a human, I know that. It's just a program running on a computer. But at the same time, I couldn't help but think of him as a friend. Because that friend who made it is gone, but knew his personality to a T, because he's him. All these mysteries make me worried, but I still have to try and unravel them, bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice. She's right. Even if the road is long, if we keep on moving forward, we'll never reach our goal. It takes a lot of courage to stand face to face with Sakura and accuse her of something. To be fair, she's too peaceful to actually do anything about it. Finally, I understood what I've been talking about. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. In other words, betrayal would be met with betrayal. Being in such an awful mood, we were honestly glad the day was over. Going over despair with such hope is done for Makoto is truly ultimate hope. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and the rest of us as friends. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to do it. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. She's not even trying to hide how much she despises me. I better go before you crush my soul completely. It's impossible not to have regrets. I know. Monokuma Theater told me about it not too long ago. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. At this point, whatever happens will happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Otherwise, Kyoko would have to do some work. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. No matter how many times we go through this, it never gets any easier. And so, the curtain opened for the fourth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Sakura's death wasn't a waste, because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together. To Monokuma. Whether or not we're a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else. Again, never stop saying this ever since from the beginning. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. For that, he was killed. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the death of each of us and every one of our friends, they'll all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. He's not wrong. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. This as a lesson is so stupid because Aoi and Sakura were the best of friends, and you could see it in the trial. Aoi, a main source of power through this chapter, as throughout the game she has been the bestest friend to Sakura the entire time, and she's been supporting her She supports her so much she never stops believing in her, even when she was a traitor, and when she blamed everyone for killing her when she committed suicide, and then even blamed herself for killing her when she didn't. I think while this was a thoughtless thing to do, she really was an amazing friend through and through with her.
Okay, in that case, let's eat till we pass out. Because, well, look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be because you're fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, I'm sure I'll have to cheer up. So let's eat. Let's fry up some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up.
I think that's a culture thing. People eat the fish and donuts thing.
Yeah. Think happy thoughts, not deathy thoughts.
To be fair, nobody really thinks deathy thoughts here, besides holding on to those they lost.
I can't tell if you're the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Mind your own business on this subject. Then he has his own problems he's dealing with.
This is amazing. It's a gold mine. My prayers have finally been answered. Time to load up some more prayers then. It's fine. It's not the end of the world if you beg a little.
Pause. Weird sense for Owie to pop out of nowhere.
You're usually totally normal, but when the time comes, bam, you bust out your special power. I mean, even before yesterday when stuff comes up, it's like, you always do something about it. With your power and Sakura's and everyone else. I'm sure we'll get out of here. Now that we get that fighting spirit, let's go get some grub.
Talks about Makoto because he has main character energy.
You're the type who takes the stairs of love 3 steps at a time, aren't you?
Going too fast, tripping on love.
Watch out, Sakura. Makoto's transforming into a wild beast. Prime Minister, wild beast of Beastopia.
Always assuming Owie sounds like we need an AAA meaning. I wrote that, for this. I have no idea what that meant.
That's true. Protein is good for all kinks of stuff. All kinds of stuff.
Like distractions.
You disgust me. You're a monster. To say something like that, it should have been you. You should have been the one to die.
Friendship over pressing matters, like not killing anybody.
If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life.
That's why you gotta put yourself first, but frankly, ironic, Owie's the one to be saying this.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We have to pay for our crimes. Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say without asking a single question. You tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that?
Do you know how desperate you are to be mixing up Monokuma's rules like that?
She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. That just added to the weight she had to carry. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her. People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
That's completely contradicting the sentence she said earlier.
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets, but even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I would never face her up after this.
Something she says now, but soon will look up in her spirit. Byakuya. To be fair to Byakuya, he didn't really do anything this chapter except declined an invitation, but during the trial he did form a growth in personality as he saw selfishness isn't always everyone's cause, and he decided he wanted to stop playing games with Monokuma. It looks like you guys have stopped playing nice. You all have the same sunken look on your faces. You were also ugly before. You shouldn't let them sink any lower. When I look at you, it makes me think of a frog sinking into a pile of manure. Glad to think Byakuya is taking interest in people's emotions. That's true enough. Your problems aren't mine. We are, and always will be, completely separate. So whatever is causing your faces to turn so ugly has nothing to do with me. And if I happen to discover a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest. I don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains to actually work might do you some good. Oh, never mind, but hey, at least you found a clue. I'm just impressed by your level of dismay. You finally see just how low on the totem pole of life you really are. Which means Sakura isn't our enemy. She's a friend who can trust without question. Is that it? Ridiculous. Do you live in some sort of alternate reality fairy tale? She was the mastermind's tool. You absolutely cannot trust someone like that. Something he doesn't comprehend is someone's feelings, as Kyoko said. Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the mastermind's tool. The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the mastermind upsets that balance. If Sakurai were to die, that's one less person for the mastermind to control. I have no problem with that. In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest. He says, but also knows he can't do anything about it. Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura. Showing by this force, he didn't do it. You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. Byakuya knows Toko's ways by now. Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. You have every right to investigate. Or do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. As a person who actually loves math, I find this as a compliment. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough, because there will be no doubt one of us is the culprit. That's what he thinks anyway. And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her. Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they become loose. This one sentence alone is talking about Yasuhiro, and I know it. Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it. You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing isn't very kind. Honeyed words lie friendship doesn't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself. That's what he thinks until... How can you know what I don't know? But Makoto, how did you manage to? How are you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern? Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us, and yet you... Why did you do that? Confused by his own words and the most redemption thing that could happen in the game. This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that these are the rules of the game, which is why I am bowing out of the game. Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for the game. There's no point in participating for the game when I've lost the sense of excitement, which is why I have no longer be participating in it. Now I have only one thing to look forward to, and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment unto the one who thinks they can control me. Amen. Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. That kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat. I could never be lost to that kind of challenge. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once. Such a wild paragraph. Kyoko knows that Makoto knows something she doesn't know and becomes emotionally angry. Because she said earlier, friends are supposed to share these kinds of things with each other. Takes care of alter ego and does a science project to make sure Sakura has been hit twice. And made sure it was a locked door case, even though Kyoko did a lot for this case. She is the most annoying part of this chapter. Basically, she gets so emotionally discharged for no reason, and then most of the chapter she just comes off as rude and annoyingly arrogant. Loneliness has become commonplace. Plus, we still have alter ego. We don't have to give in to despair just yet. She says right now as foreshadowing. You can handle that kind of thing though, right? After all, you're a boy. Sexist. We're friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? I hate this sentence right here because there's literally no other option. Honestly, I wouldn't be so mad at this chapter if the one like thing they put, the one decision they tried to make was just not a decision. I wish like they wouldn't put in like a way to choose your fate, because there's no way you choose it. You literally get told, no, that can't happen, and yeah, I gotta do this either way. Why don't you just not make the decision at that point? That's the one thing I hate about this chapter. This chapter is dumb for the whole thing of Makoto couldn't choose anything. The player can't choose any of the other options. So it's just one option. So why didn't the game just continue on and not make us choose about that? That's stupid. And it's stupid for Kyoko because Kyoko's being absolutely dumb. So it's bad for all three parties. Then you trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died? That's what you're saying, isn't it? I'm shocked. You told everyone how you should believe in our friends, but you refuse to do the same. This is why I hate Kyoko this round. She blows away any type of actual effort Makoto does. It becomes emotional because Makoto kept his mouth shut, as she would do for most of the chapters ahead and before. I'll find a way, no matter what it takes. I'll find the headmaster, no matter the cost, no matter what it takes. I will find the headmaster. There's a reason she says this. And frankly, I question the ease for which you decide who and who isn't your friend. Why should you care if that's how you feel? Let it go for now, Hina. Talking about it isn't going to help anything. Go to your room, calm down, and we could continue discussion tomorrow. Kiyotaka would be saying that nonsense, and I would agree with him. Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. She'd be saying this to herself. It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya, and all you can do is mock them for it. A friendly word of warning, someday that attitude is going to come back and bite you hard. Foreshadowing. You don't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't come to me, right? To think like that. I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you, because ultimately, that means you don't trust me. Why are you like this in this chapter? You were fine the other chapter, and all of a sudden, because he acted the way you did, you decided that he's untrustworthy. Look, he's solving the trials. Oh no, someone who could actually probably do it on their own anyway. There's no question that alter ego is our friend. He's our friend, so I will take his feelings into consideration. He says that he wants to fight alongside his friends. If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend. Finally, some redemption. Well, something has to be done. It's true. But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. Kyoko finally understands the true meaning of friendship along the way. Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we don't do that, we're all dead. We have to find out who had killed Sakura, for those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. That's enough fighting. We need to focus on investigating from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer, all of us faces execution. Actually, this specific paragraph is amazing, as she knows that Sakura committed suicide, so she knows everyone will die if someone gets voted out. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Something Makoto said to her before this chapter. If something catches your eye, it's important to you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Sitting around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries. Hmm. 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 I wonder what ultimate talent you possess. I'm amazed you of all people would miss such a vital clue. A true grave oversight. You don't all act according to the calculations and cost benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. That's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end. The foreshadowing is shadowed. She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite. In fact, she was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that. It was her limitless strength that made it possible. Amen. Sakura decided to fight back against Monokuma to keep everyone safe. Wanted to talk to everyone about it, but ends up getting smashed on the head with 2 bottles by 2 different people, and then told Aoi to get her some protein powder, as Sakura decides to kill herself after writing everyone a note and opening something for someone so they could easily find her out. Monokuma is she's a hero through and through. I'm who would ever believe in someone who doesn't believe in themselves? Something Byakuya has been saying all along. I'm going to challenge them. Even if it means we both go down, I will defeat them. That is how I intend to take responsibility. I don't know what to do. I went back and forth with confiding in you again and again, but I was scared. I thought if I told you, you might think less of me. Something Kyoko can't admit. To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone but hurt her? What is this? What is this? Grrr. Unforgivable. I can't forgive them. Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. Why? See, if you see this as her talking to herself, this is hilarious. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now, you're suffering because of me. You tried to protect me, but because of me, my closest friend got hurt. Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Hina, please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends. About Byakuya, Toko, and Yasuhiro. Something Aoi didn't see. Hina, I'm so glad I got to meet you. You might not see the importance of the dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years. I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things. However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken. Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying to so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind, and more than anything, I cannot betray those who would call me their friend. That's how it came to me, of course. I understand if you hate me. All this because of my own weakness. I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attacking may come to me. So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind, but unfortunately that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred. My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal. My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else. Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well. I have an obligation to get this situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to go into the mastermind under command. I'll do as I told and commit murder, but I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself. If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life. If you could save you, then sacrificing my own life would be greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friend. I never had people like you in my life. Aoi and Sakura are friends for this reason. Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you, especially. The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the mastermind's plan, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I've chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toka, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. At the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see. I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else, no matter what. Just survive. Amen. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not just gonna lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. And she bites back hard with what she does in the next chapter. Toko, or Genocide Jack. Going through the stages of Toko and Genocide Jack while talking, Sakura, she hides in the locker, hits her with a glass bottle, and then runs off, also abuses Aoi because she slapped Byakuya.
If it's what Master wants, I'll do anything he asks. Byakuya said he likes a girl to have some meat on her bones, so I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna force it down into my stomach. I'm gonna eat till I drop.
Be careful, Toko. You might end up like me, eating, but skinny still. Hard life.
It's amazing. Indecent ideas are coming to me one after another.
As a writer, besides the indecent part, yeah, this is every day.
Sorry. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. If you want to hit someone, hit Master. Please hit him. Oh, please. Please let me watch you hit him. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're nothing but vermin.
Going into her trauma and love for Master by making him go through trauma.
Such an ultra miraculous feeling of happiness! Oh, my pet Master for abusing me is evaporating. Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire? Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else I'll start cutting and do it to myself for who knows how long.
Her reaction for Aoi slapping Byakuya.
Anyway, I'm headed back to my room. I should be there, living totally calm.
The most chill thing Genocide Jack has ever said.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. My fault, Master's fault, what our faults combined, they soar even greater heights.
Not that having anyone's fault be for the greater good, of course.
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered somebody who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
Well, she didn't.
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I gotta go down, I want to go down by killing Master.
For all the guys she loves, this is no surprise.
But I just want to catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Hey, come on now. Look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Absolutely fair. I wouldn't know either.
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Literally.
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who could disturb the romance between me and Master. Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse, give and take. Me!
I love Togo. Yasuhiro hits Sakura on the head with a bottle and runs off. That's kind of what he gets found out quickly when he talked about her once, but didn't really want to talk to her the entire chapter. When this is all over, I think I just want to be reborn for serious. Reborn as someone serious. Both different ways of saying it, but both ways you want to say you want to be in the occult. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. I predicted it last night. So it revealed itself to me about the either. There's no doubt about it. To be fair, he was correct in his prediction. Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance, but don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation. Who cares about a stupid lock? It should be no problem for the world's strongest missing link to knock down one measly door. This is why I can even finish my sentence with a laughing face. Because, it's so ironic because she does. What's wrong with our government? Our taxes pay their salaries. They should be handling stuff like that. The opposite of what people usually argue about political humor. I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone do something to cheer me up. It's because my dad was smoking in bed. Sounds perfect for your mom. Come on, guys. Stop fighting or all your good luck is going to float away. To Makoto and Kyoko. You just love being mistreated. Accurate statement. Well, guess we have no choice but to use force. A shot to the face would stand out, so go for the gut. Who cares? I already got a mountain of lawsuits waiting for me when I get out. What's more? About to attack Genocide Jack, also in reference to his free times. I'm strong against women and children, but not women and children that seem strong. Funny, ironic statement. Hey, come on. It's just a program. You can tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? I mean, maybe I understand where you're coming from. Then there's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right? Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival. Amen. Don't so anyway that. This is totally smart and cool thing that I quoted from I don't remember where. Alright, you just made it worse. You know, Makoto, when a guy and a girl go at it, it shortens the lives of the people who have to watch it happen, too. And since it's me saying it, you know it's true. So, hurry up and make it better. About Makoto's quarrel with Kyoko. Hilariously put, A+ quote, Yasuhiro. Cheer up, man. It's not a big deal if a girl doesn't like you. It's better than someone having to sue you, like I did. Again, going back to Yasuhiro's free time, but also, man, it's a good thing this game exists for him. But man, I can't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again, which would suck. I love sleep. That's 2 for 2 for best quotes for Yasuhiro. If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why would I care? Yeah, I never kill someone. No way. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Damn straight. This is all because our misplaced hatred. I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Hiro feeling bad for hitting Sakura. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. Chapter 5. 100-mile dash pain of a food junkie. Probably the quickest chapter ever as it revolves around Kyoko finding out more stuff and Makoto almost getting attacked. And Kyoko saves him, someone laying down in the garden dead, and Makoto getting blamed for it all. Unless Kyoko gets blamed in that case, there's another ending, which in reality doesn't happen. But it's quick and I would say pointless unless you want to count the fact Monokuma did this chapter just to try to get rid of the main characters. But since Makoto's the ultimate lucky student, Chihiro saves Makoto last second. Monokuma does a lot this chapter as Sakura broke the lock to a control room and everyone started dismantling Monokuma while she's distracted. He told everyone that this whole thing was a show to give off the sense of despair people found out that Mukuro Ukusaba was murdered, and Monokuma ended investigation too quickly as no one found anything to solve this case. Makoto was found guilty, but Chihiro saved Makoto at the last second. Stop trying to blame everything on me! Which, even though she started the whole kidnapping and make other people kill each other thing, she's fair in saying she didn't do everything. Of course! Even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day, so it's not really a big deal. So keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. Could be a reference of what she said to Mukuro as she was setting up the killing game. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers, right? Or do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell everyone! Out of pocket. Also, don't remember who he's talking to, but can also be a reference to saying no one's really a little kid anymore in the killing game. Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Your teacher had such faith in you, and this is how you repay me? With betrayal? Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. Could lead to the underlying message of the show and game where you don't have to be scared of reality as you can push a new future towards the reality you want. But Monokuma is kind of referencing it a little bit as like a joke. Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella, but in the Bear Kingdom there is no male or female. Which she's a she, but the students don't know that yet, as Monokuma told us in Chapter 2 that she is in fact a girl. Every day is peaceful. Every day is joyful. Happy days from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Wishing only for those unchanging, unending happy days. Days of boredom repeating forever and ever. No abnormalities as far as I can see. Life without the tiniest speck of abnormality. If the world were like that, I'd consider that pretty damn normal. Actually showing purpose of why the game was made in the first place. To keep boredom out of the equation. Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Oh yeah, that's it. Pooh! The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. This is when they thought Monokuma was dead, so they asked her if there's anything different about her. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. Ah! And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in the killing game. Irony and talking about the pressing matter of someone dead in front of them. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all that bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? Don't get too overconfident or is saying he's being confident for Monokuma's own good. Everything has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show. The best in the despair entertainment. Basically telling the students everyone's being watched and told by the show to commit despair. Sure, some people might yell at their TV and try to warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know it personally though, so whatever. Monokuma is putting hyper-realistic horror movie watchers as his plan to do the whole shish kebab. I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you got, okay? Okay. Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're on for a heck of a ride. I can't wait! I can't wait! She can't wait because she's about to blame a student that didn't do anything for a murder she committed. Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages little by little until the end. You should really think about that. If you want to try to fight it, do it the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? Ah! We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work? Constantly talking about him when Monokuma gives them no time to figure things out. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Boo! 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 Boo!
Makoto, attacked in the middle of the night and saved by Kyoko, assumed to be the murderer of the case from Mukuro Ikisaba, and executed to the point he gets saved by Chihiro, then after a while gets saved by Kyoko, then reveals she's the ultimate detective, which shocked her to nobody. Overall, not the best look on Makoto's luck, not gonna lie. Quotes. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone, we've lost. We have to do our best. You know it's true if it rhymes. Everyone, everything will be okay, as long as we work together. I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. At that moment, I finally realized I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko Kirigiri's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us. With that in view, she just smiled. No, everything's gonna be fine. I know it, because it's Kyoko. Putting all his faith in Kyoko figuring things out. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko, after all. I'm sure she's fine, right? You can't move forward by always avoiding danger. Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Repeating what Kyoko said earlier in the game. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. No, running away isn't going to solve anything. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. 2 seconds in before he's about to die, when in reality Chihiro saves him. Your intuition was right, though there's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. Aoi didn't really do that much besides worrying about Makoto and getting herself together of what happened last chapter.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one person dies, we can still fuel the basketball team.
To Yasuhiro. Ah, dumb Aoi's back, everyone. She forgot if somebody gets murdered, somebody else gets executed. So it would be -1, -2. So it'll be like, that'll be Kyoko, Aoi, Byakuya, Toko. Yes, I guess it's 5. You could still probably fuel a basketball team with that.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Hey, well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch a cold, you know?
No wonder you're so healthy.
Hey, get it together. You're a man, aren't you?
Hello, sexist Aoi. We miss ya.
God, you're like the world's most spineless worm of the century. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else. But we have a chance now. Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength. Sakura's going to be watching over us, so we're definitely going to find something to help us bring this to an end. We don't have any choice. We're desperate. If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Says a woman he's talking to.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Out of context, funny Aoi line because she's talking about chicken. Byakuya, the most confused Byakuya had ever been for a class trial, as he believes the killer or the one murdered to be Kyoko. But once everything was cleared up on the fact, he took Kyoko's key because she's been too secretive. He's beginning to get worried. Also, I want to take a note. I didn't write this down, but I just had a thought that Byakuya's intuition was based on the 3rd chapter of when, like, they had 2 people get killed. and they found out that somebody died, and if that person died right in front of them and Kyoko could be in another room, yeah, that could be it. That'd be it for basically the whole trial.